Okay, we've got FC Bracknell manager Kelvin Grainger joining us just moments after a 3-2 win away at Eton Wick today. Kelvin, many congratulations. I'll ask you first of all for your immediate reactions to the game.
Thanks Rob. I'll be honest with you, it wasn't great. A game of two halves, but we weren't our best day at all. We've come away with 3 points, but really disappointed with the lads. Should have played a lot better. Conditions weren't great, wind as you can probably see, and the pitch isn't great either. But yeah, it wasn't a great day. But 3 points is 3 points.
Obviously, you mentioned the conditions. Obviously, it's a summertime pitch, hard and bobbly, the wind blowing across the pitch. What did you want from your team at the start of the match today? What kind of performance were you looking for?
Looking for hard work, really. We knew the pitch wasn't. We weren't going to play football on this pitch at all. The idea was to get the ball down and play it into wide areas and get the ball into the box. This didn't happen at all today for us. I think we did it once in 90 minutes. Honestly, the 3 goals as well were quite lucky, to be fair. Eton Wick kind of let us into the game a bit, and we've just punished their mistakes. But yeah, the idea was to obviously get the 3 points, but I pointed a much better performance and more hard work from the lads.
Obviously, you were 3 goals up at half time, despite the performance that you weren't looking for, so you must have been relatively happy then. I could pick out maybe Bracken as a positive on the left wing, getting a couple of goals.
Yeah, definitely. It's great to have Bracken back. He left us halfway through last season, but he's come back this season and he's kind of kicked on where he left off from last year. Great 2 goals, but yeah, he's probably one of the positives. A few other positives as well. Some of the subs came on and did well, which is great. But 3-0 up, we think you're kind of cruising. I think maybe the age of the lads, that's probably affects them a little bit. They come off half time, we're 3-0 up, and they probably thought, oh, it's easy. We've kind of taken our foot off the gas, which is a shame. But hopefully they've listened and they've learned to what was said at full time.
Obviously, Eton Wick got 2 goals back in here, not enough for them to salvage a point. Were you ever worried at all that you might not be leaving with all 3 today, or?
No, probably not. I think when the penalty went in, that was kind of their only real chance they had that half. And the last goal as well, I think we scored with 26 to go. Great finish, to be fair, from the lad. I don't know who scored it. It was a great goal. But once again, it comes from our mistakes. Us not also putting a foot in tackle or to block the pass either. Block the shot. So yeah, with 20 seconds to go, it was kind of see it out, go long, and kind of press them in their half. But yeah, they I think if they played like they did second half in the first half, I think we weren't talking about having 3 points today. I think we'd have lost that game today.
You have got the points. You're up and running. And so you can take that away, and you can build on that for the rest of the season.
Exactly. Look, if you get 3 points, you play as badly as that. It's always a positive. No, to be honest with you, I haven't got a game next week, but the week after I'm looking for a much better performance from the lads.
And Kelvin, I've got to ask you, obviously it's been a bit of a summer change at FC Bracknell. You are now taking over as manager with a very youthful looking squad. Do you set any sort of aims and ambitions, or are you just trying to get introduced and blood them into men's football and see how they go? Yeah,
there's no real idea of how we're going to finish this year. It's all kind of get to October time, see where we are, play a few teams and see where we stand. Like you said, Rob, the team's very, very young. I think most of the lads between the ages of 16 and 21, so first time in men's football. But yeah, hopefully we're going to aim for top 4. I think that's what if we're going to set a goal, top 4 is our aim. But we need to play much better than that to reach that target.
But for you on a personal level, is there a bit of a pride there that you're actually being a part of what FC Bracknell want to be about, sort of blooding youngsters into men's football?
Yeah, definitely. It's great. Like Neil, Dave, and Marie, they came to me towards about 10 weeks ago and said, would you like to take over the team? At that point, we only had 1 player who stayed from last year. Got on the phone, called through the lads up that played last year that kind of left halfway through. They were wanting to come back, and most of the team's made up, like I said, of young players. A lot of them come through the youth team as well. We've got about 8 or 9 of the lads that come through played from under 6s all the way through to the first team, which is great. It's a pride, really. I think, today wasn't the best performance. I made sure the lads understood that. But at the end of the day, a lot of them first time in men's football, it's a very physical Eton Wick side. They should get their heads held high because they actually did well to cope with the physicality of today.
Well, Kevin, congratulations, you come away with all 3 points today, and best luck for the whole season.
Cheers, Rob. Appreciate it.